Good morning. This is my Note 9 Ocean Blue. I've just received it this morning, so let's unpack this and do a quick unboxing and see what I think, of the handset. So let's crack on with this. Okay, still in its wrap. Okay, and it is brand new, sealed. Very excited. Yep, I'm not going to show you the serial number, but you can just about see the Samsung. That's the box, and I believe that's the one with the yellow pen. It is a single SIM model. Let's see what this is. I'm assuming that's going to be an invoice. Superb, it is. It is brilliant. Wow, that's absolutely amazing. That okay, so that's a valuable thing to keep. Right, okay, let's crack on with the unboxing side of it. Well, just prior to doing so, obviously, as you can see on the description, it's 128 GB. Usually the one with the dual SIM, it'll say Duo on it on the side. Obviously it's a Samsung Galaxy Note 9. I believe that is the screen size. Full rectangular is 6.4 inch. And round corner is 6.3 inch Quad HD Super AMOLED display, 12 megapixel camera, super dual. Yeah, so that would be the back one, which is 12 megapixel plus. Okay, you got the slow-mo function, 8 megapixel selfie camera, iris scanner, S Pen with the remote control, which has been a lot of hoo-ha about that on the YouTube. 128 GB memory with 6 gig of RAM, stereo speaker. So I'm really looking forward to this, actually, to be quite honest with you. One of the things is just I thoroughly enjoy music, and I wanted to I'm really keen on seeing how good the stereo speaker is. Earphones included, Power AKG, who tune the stereo speakers are tuned by, and again the earphones are tuned by AKG. I don't know what that stands for, forgive me. 4,000 milliamps of battery, which is absolutely amazing. This is also something very critical, because I have the Note 8, but I'll go into that very quickly. Wireless charging, obviously that requires a wireless charging pad, and IP68 water and dust resistant. Okay, so I mean, this is my Note 8, very nice rigid Spigen case, and as you can see, that these things that will protect from drop and things like that. So that's that, and I always stick to Spigen cases. So what I've done is to protect my phone, I've got these screen protectors. Again, they're Spigen, and I do like the thing. It is for the Note 9. And then I also bought a clear case. Let's get rid of that. Again, it's a Spigen case. Okay, and it's a clear one. Let's there we go. Okay, the edges on this one isn't as rigid as this, as you can see. There we go, you can see, but it's just one of those things. I could not find something similar to that, so I ended up getting this. They're very good cases, very good cases. Oops. Okay, so let's put these to aside and let's crack on with the unboxing of the phone itself. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am a bit of a freak show. I do as and when I unwrap them, I take my time. I do not start ripping the crap out, which most of you would do. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it Oh. Interested to know if the box come out, or do I have to unwrap the whole thing? I'm going to have to unwrap the whole thing, okay, and then just sort of, the box won't come out this way, so let's sort of, I don't want to rip the box. Absolutely no chance of ripping that box out. It's becoming a very nice unboxing, isn't it? For God's sake, Samsung. Wow, what a mission. I don't want to tear the box out. I could do it, but I don't want to do that. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to sort of find a way of pushing this crap out. I'm pretty sure they could have left a little bit of a sticker there, just pull the thing out. But unfortunately, no, you had to make, look at this, how tight it is. So, not really happy about the packaging side of it. It is brand new and sealed, as you can see here. The IMEI number ending with 1684. I won't tell you why I mentioned this on the video, but let's unwrap it, unbox it, and voila. Okay, so what do we have in here? I may need to plug in my charger for the camcorder, so just stand fire for a second, people. Let's just sort of plug in, because I think it's running a bit low on the battery side, so let's plug that in. Let's see if it's charging. It should be charging. Yes, it is charging. Okay, super. Make sure that I'm out, zoomed out completely. Yep, okay. So what do we have here? I have been led to believe that some of these Samsung comes with a case, and I'm not so sure, but I have seen them on YouTube. So first thing first is a box with a SIM card remover here. Let's see what we have in here. Yep, that's a SIM card remover. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Okay, unfortunately this didn't come with a case, so I'm glad that I pre-ordered the Spigen case. In terms of this is just a quick starter guide. That's not relevant, because I know what I'm doing with the handset. It's pretty straightforward, it's not rocket science. So let's put this back here. We'll come to the handset very shortly. Let's leave that to a side. There's a tray. And in the box, what we have is, no surprise, a fast charger, micro USB adapter, and this is the Type-C to micro USB adapter. That's very nice. And that's interesting. There's some sort of a clip here for something, and I'm not quite sure what it is. It could be SIM card remover, whatever it is, I don't know, but it's some sort of a clip here. I don't know, I'll have to look into that, obviously. Headphone earpieces. Oh, that looks nice. I'm not going to unpack it, but that looks nice. AKG. That looks beautiful. Okay, great stuff. And as usual, the charging cable. Okay, so let's put these back in its order. Come back onto the handset. This back in, just bear with me. No, that goes on the top, so let's put this here, here. Okay, that's the handset. I'm going to cover the IMEI number, but you can just about see what the last 4 digits are. That's the ocean blue. I've always had the black handset. This is the black Note 8. and I've always sort of black is more of a very sleek look. It's a very common colour, but it's a very sleek look, and I prefer black. However, for the last 3 years now, since Samsung, apart from Samsung 7 Edge, which was a gold colour, and that was an absolute beauty, I sort of moved on to having black Samsung handsets. And my previous handset was an S8 Plus, which was a black one. Then I sort of upgraded to the Note 8, and now it's the ocean blue for the Note 9. So that's that. I'm not going to power up the unit now because I've got to get going. I hope you enjoyed this very short and quick video. Obviously, just one other thing before we leave. This is the hoo-ha about this pen. Let's just see what this S Pen is like. And yes, of course, it's a yellow with a bit of a gold whatever. And this is this switch is as a, you know, as we all know, it's a remote control sort of a thing, so you can make various functions depending on how many times you press and how quickly you press, sort of a thing. But I'm thoroughly looking forward to sort of making the most out of this handset. You know, I think it's just absolutely brilliant. Nice colour. I think I made the right decision for going with the blue. Obviously, the fingerprint sensor is here, and you've got the dual camera, and obviously your blood pressure sensors and things like that. The additional extras that Samsung always put, which is an absolute thumbs up to Samsung. The SIM card and the memory tray here. Okay. I believe that's the. I'm not quite sure what that is, so I'm not going to make a stupid remark. It is the 128 GB version. Obviously, there's only two, 128 GB and 512 GB. The memory on these, you can extend it onto another 512 GB, so, you know, plus the 128, so you could have a huge memory. I have a 200 gig micro SD card. So, and that's more than enough to sort of, you know, for my level of use. The other reason why I use SD card, I do use genuine SD cards from SanDiscs, or even Kingston or Samsung have a quite a good range of high-end micro SD cards. Is particularly, you know, I mean, what I tend to do is because being in the profession of computing, I understand that how hard drive sort of gets utilized and level of stress the hard drive suffers. So on that basis, what I tend to do is I never use the internal memory. I keep the internal memory to the very little use as possible, but utilize the micro SD card to its full potential. So effectively, you know, to minimize the amount of data that's written onto this NAND chip inside the handset, and that also minimizes the risks of sort of memory failures, storage failures, which leading to handset failure, sort of a thing, if you know what I'm on about. So just put yourself in the context of a hard drive on a laptop or a PC. You know, the more it gets used, obviously the more likely that it's going to fail. So this is the similar concept that I'm trying to apply here, and as a result of that, what I tend to do is I only use I tend to use micro SD more. So any video recording, any data that's stored, is stored directly onto the SD card, and on a regular basis I back up my SD card on an external hard drive, so I've got multiple backup should worse happen and the SD card decides to conk out on me. In terms of the internal memory on these, you can use them, but it's down to your discretion. I would not sort of store my photos and documentations, videos and things like that on internal memory. One, that is going to be, as I said, I'm repeating myself, eating into this lifespan, and secondly, it's just I just won't do it. It's just my preferences really. It is a very nice display. It is a fingerprint magnet, which have been sort of stressed many times before. We'll just have to sort of bear with it. But thumbs up for Samsung, because you guys are pushing the boundaries of smartphones. iPhone, too much restrictions. That's all I can say. You know, in terms of look wise, yes, absolutely brilliant. I do sort of like the look of iPhones as well as Samsung's, but unfortunately, with the restrictions that have been applied, absolutely thumbs down. I'm never ever going to go back to iPhone, just solely because on the reasons of restrictions. You know, with this, you plug it in into your PC or your laptop. Off you go, transferring data, putting music in, putting pictures in, so on and so forth. You know, absolutely amazing. But when it comes to iPhone, for God's sake, right, you have to sync everything with iTunes. And what you have to be careful, and I made quite a silly mistake in the past where I accidentally sort of synced it with my PC, and all my picture just disappeared from the phone. And it synced with the folder that was on the PC with a handful of pictures. Those were here, but all the pictures that was on the handset have disappeared. So ever since then, I'm always caught. You know, I have been a very cautious person. The last handset I had, an iPhone, was an iPhone 6 Plus, and that was it. And ever since then, I just draw a line with iPhones, because it's just Apple products. Not Apple products in general, don't get me wrong, I do like the MacBook Pro, the 2017 and the 2018 Touch Bar. I do like them. Absolutely nice, cracking display, cracking sound, you know, very light and very beautiful. But when it comes to restrictions, I mean, I just you know, I'm paying £900, £1,000. This is £900, £899.99. But the bottom line is that, you know, you're paying a premium price and you don't want to be restricted. It's like having a Bugatti, and you pay £1 million for a Bugatti, but then you're restricted only to do 70 miles per hour, or 50 miles per hour, or 30 miles per hour, whatever it is, basically. You know, what's the point of having a smartphone, or what's the point of having a high-end performance car, or even a smartphone, but you can't fully utilise its potential? It just defeats the purpose. So for that reason, I'm going to stick to my Android now, and this is it. So adios to iPhone. Thank you very much for watching the unboxing of this phone. All the best, and take care. Bye for now.